All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go over today's trades. Today I did not decide to trade futures, and the day I don't decide to trade futures, it gives a really good setup on ES right here. So that's kind of tough, but it is what it is, man. But I did take some EU sells, and I tried taking the EU. Oh no, I didn't take GU actually. I took two EU sells. Okay, so first of all, on the 1 hour, this isn't really a daily chart trade at all. I didn't really have any bias on the daily except for bearish, because the lower time frames told me so. So basically, at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., shit was right here, right? So I see sell side right here. Also, this is a daily fair value gap. This, what's it called? The shaded area right here. That it hasn't really tapped into yet. It did leave these relatively equal lows right here and right here, but that's about it. I never tapped into the daily chart, so my bias was still bearish. And then on the 5 minute, we hadn't really liquidated any lows yet, right? So at 7 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern, it took out buy side liquidity with news that we had, which was ISM manufacturing and Jolt's job opening. So that was a thing, and then it took out buy side. So what is my thought process? Okay, we're gonna start taking out sell side. So, and I still think it's gonna do that. I like, honestly, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the market lately. With like structure and everything, I don't think it's working the way it should be. Okay, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just coping. But on the 1 minute, on the 1 minute, we had this great displacement and then market structure shift. The real entry should have been this right here. It should have come up all the way over here. But it's just the market. It's gonna do whatever the fuck it wants. So it actually bounced off of this fair value gap right here, this tiny little one right there. If you use breaker blocks, I don't like them, but I'm starting to like them because I just see them too often to not like them. But anyways, they came into that fair value gap, came into that breaker block, and you could have gone short right here. I was going to go short, but I didn't want to have my stop loss here or here and then get absolutely fucked when the market comes back there. So it was going to go right here. But then I was like, bro, 11 pip stop loss for a 1 to 2, no thank you. Especially on EU, that's like 22 pips. I'm kind of asking for too much right there. Even though it's not a lot, it's fucking EU. EU doesn't really move that much. So I just didn't want to take that. I wanted a quicker take profit and stop loss. So I waited for another market structure shift, which was right over here. This right here, as you can see right there. And then I had a stop loss right there. And I usually do put my stop loss right here, but I've been getting more and more safer with my stop loss, if that's even a fucking word, safer. More and more safe with my stop loss because it could come back here, play around in the area, and then continue to drop. But it's the 1 minute, so I've been noticing that it usually comes up in there and never, when it's a winning trade and there's a fair value gap like that, it usually never breaks the candle's fair value gap. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not really mad about this trade or anything. It just didn't play out like I expected it to. So that's kind of tough. But anyways, and then I waited a little bit. I was on GU, and then I saw it took out this low right here, and then I was gonna go in for the buy, but then I saw that on the 1 hour we also had this low that hadn't been liquidated yet. Sure, it took out yesterday's low or whatever, or Friday's low, but I just didn't trust it. I didn't trust it at all. So yeah, I never took the buy. The buy would have been like right here at this really gap right there. I didn't take it. Instead, I took EU sells. When EU started dropping down like this, my thought process was, okay, It grabbed this liquidity right here. It tapped into that fair value gap. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to drop. Okay. And what did I do? I got in right here at a 50% level. Right here at that 50%. I could have waited for the fair value gap to react to it, but I already saw some like hesitation on there. So my thought process was like, okay, there's hesitation, so it's probably gonna end up dropping. I put my take profit to 103, and literally in 1 minute I got fucking clapped. So that was that. 2 EU trades absolutely dusted me. I'm dust right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like my mental capital is definitely at its capacity, like full capacity, but it is what it is. I'm gonna keep it pushing. 2 unfortunate trades. This like it looked good honestly to me because it tapped into this rally gap right here, and then broke even more structure, and then I saw this breaker, and then I saw this 50%. It was retracing into, but this to me just looks like a search and destroy right now. It's not really going one direction or the other. But that's what I noticed on Forex pairs. Like it hasn't really been giving it clear direction for me honestly, or even silver bullet in general, you know. But that's the whole point of this series right here. It's to get better at finding your internal liquidity, your actual drawn liquidity, getting better at my stop loss placements, getting better at my entries. Honestly, fuck the entries for now. You know, entries could come later. I could really give a fuck about entries. But even though I want a good entry, I'm like the whole point of this is to get the drawn liquidity correct. Because if your drawn liquidity is right, like you're gonna have good entries. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you got some value out of this video, and that'll be it. So, peace.